Capitalism, an economic ideology that has been the most successful in history. A system in which the power is decentralized and everyone has the freedom. A society where consumers have a variety of products and services to choose from. An economy that promotes healthy competition and therefore leads to innovation. Prevalent in a big part of the world, capitalism has proved to be the most successful of all economic ideologies. What humans could not achieve in the last 2000 years has been done in the past 200. And big credit for this goes to capitalism. But what exactly is capitalism and the history behind it? How did it help the world? And why is it considered the best economy so far? And interestingly, how is capitalism destroying the environment and could be a big curse for the planet? Let's check out in this video. The earliest form of capitalism occurred in the Middle Ages in Europe, known as feudalism. In this system, laborers used to work for the landlords day and night. The owner of the property took all the profits, whereas all that a laborer would get after long hours of work and exploitation was a mere income that would keep him alive. And this came to be known as the primitive form of capitalism. But what exactly is capitalism? Well, capitalism comes from the word capital, which means money or anything that has a monetary value. A capitalistic society can be defined this way: an economy that favors privatization of wealth and property. There's a very common phrase that money begets money. An individual who already has the capital can invest that money and make more money from it. On one side, in socialism, wealth and resources are divided equally between everyone, and cooperation is the first priority. But in capitalism, wealth and resources are divided based on who already owns more equity of the wealth generated, and privatization is the base of capitalism. The first and earliest form of capitalism is what we call mercantilism, which prevailed from the 16th to 18th centuries. It basically means to accumulate as much resources and wealth as possible. Rapid expansion and trade forms the basis of mercantilism. Today, we can classify an economy as a free market economy or a command economy. Countries like China and North Korea are command economies, where basically the government has already planned the structure of the economy, the production and the distribution. On the other hand, we have a free market economy, where the economy is constantly changing by the radical demand and supply. The power is completely decentralized and anyone can have it. Also known as the father of capitalism, Adam Smith, the great Swedish economist, made a great contribution to the making of the modern capitalistic world. His most famous work was his book, The Wealth of Nations. There he talks about the privatization of property, the invisible hand, and many other capitalistic ideologies that are prevalent even now. One of these concepts was laissez-faire. Laissez-faire is the purest form of capitalism. It is a French word that literally means let it be. It is a form of economic system where the government has no involvement in the working of private companies. Though it might seem good for the economic prosperity, it has some cons. Imagine if there's only one company that produces salt and tomorrow the prices gets increased 10 times. Yes, it is wrong, but you cannot do anything about it. The answer is a monopoly. If no other company produces salt and if there are not any regulations from the company, they can do anything. And what if the company starts exploiting its laborers, paying fewer wages and making them do work day and night? So now you would agree that the government should have some powers to control these private organizations. And this is what we call social market capitalism, where the free market and private organizations can thrive, but there is substantial government interference and regulation over the economy. Although prices are largely regulated by supply and demand, the state can set some minimum prices and enact mandatory laws in the country's economy. And a little bit more modified version of this economy is what we call mixed economy. It is the most prevalent in today's world. Countries like the United States of America and India are great examples of a mixed economy. It's a capitalistic model in which the private and public sectors coexist. Therefore, the economy is based on a balance between private and public companies. but the state can intervene, especially to avoid market failures. Capitalism leads to innovation. It is a society where everyone can dream to make it big because they have the freedom to do so. But on the other hand, it leads to great social inequalities and causes environmental hazards. Will capitalism save the world or will it destroy it? To find out the answer, make sure you wait for the second part of this video.